Hi guys, this is my comparison of the Logitech G500 and the G9x laser. The G500 has been the mouse that I've been using for the last probably 10 to 15 years, because from before this was an MX 518, I believe it is, or 510, which basically has the same shape and feel as the G500. I'm still rocking this mouse on my secondary rig. Still a good mouse. Not as high DPI, but still a good one nonetheless. I did do a review of these two comparisons, so check that out. But for this one, I am doing a comparison between the G9x and the G500. Now, right off the bat, it depends on what kind of grip you have and what kind of feel you're looking for, but for the G500, it's more like of a palm grip, so you can actually feel it right against your palm here. And to be honest with you, for this style, this actually suits me the most. I've always been eyeing this one to see how well this mouse would do, but I finally got a chance to get one, and I don't think the feel is there for me. But we'll continue, and I'll explain further. But the feel right now, off the bat, I like the rough edging here on the sides. I like the smooth texture here and the look. The wheel. Well, they both have the same wheel and the same clicking and non-clicking. They also have both fast switching between DPI levels, and I'm not sure yet which one I actually like better. If it's the one just right off the top here on the on the side, or the one on the bottom, left and right. Note there's a difference on the side buttons. Basically, the G9x or G9x, yes, G9x side buttons have the standard 2, like every other usual mouse, but the G500 has 3 mouse buttons on the side here, which I believe is really important, and I think that makes a big difference. Also, it does have weight cartridges that you can swap, and you can adjust it to what kind of feel you want. This one also has it, but it's a 2-step process. You have to take off the casing for the different grip, and it will be right in this slot, which I took it off and I can't find it right now. But yeah, it would be in there. So it's a 2-step program, a 2-step process to get to your weights. You gotta take out the housing for the grip first, and then get the cartridge out, as opposed to just pushing this button and it shoots just straight out from here. I believe they have the same laser, same laser on each of them. I think they feel just about the same, and I think they are at the same DPI level. Max, I think 56 or 5700. What else we got here? Also, the I guess the one difference that the G9X has as opposed to the G500 is the switching between modes or profiles, which will be right on this button here on the bottom. So I'm not a big fan of profile switching or any kind of buttons that are underneath the mouse, because when you're in the heat of gaming or whatever, I mean, you know, sometimes you might have the time to actually push them on the buttons on the underneath. So I'm not a big fan of that. I mean, it's nice to have that feature, but I just don't like the fact that it's on the bottom. I believe I do have profile switching on the G500, but I think it's in the software itself. But there's no buttons to actually change. What else do I got? Oh, for the G9X, there's 2 different palm grips on these, which is changed by pushing this bottom button here and pulling up. The one that I have currently right now is the skinnier one, but it's got the rough edging, which I prefer. And this is the wider palm grip with a smoother finish, which I actually don't prefer. Now, for me, what I actually prefer is actually the rough edging with the bigger wide casing, but I don't, and so I am opting to actually go with the smaller one just for the fact that it has the rougher edging, which makes me be able to grip this a lot better. Also, I forgot to mention on the G9X is that the grip style of this is more of I believe like a claw style or a pinch style mouse, which I don't know. I'm trying to give it some time to get adjusted and see if I will like this. I just got it today and I've been playing around on Battlefield Bad Company 2, but so far I don't prefer the feel. So one thing that I just want to reiterate is that basically it all comes down to feel for you guys, right? I believe both mouses are really good. I think they'll do anyone great for gaming. I think it's more about feel. But some things that I want to note is basically the one difference and key difference to me is that on the G500 it has 3 buttons as opposed to the G9X, which has only 2 on the side buttons here, which for me, here's an example. On Battlefield Bad Company 2, I have on the top button here I have my melee. On the bottom I have target, scope, and I cannot remember what this button is for. I think it's for grenades or something. Here I only have 2 options, right? So there is a difference there. And the other thing is also is if you want to change the clicking and the smooth rotary wheel or whatever you call it. Basically here it's on the top and here's on the bottom. So if you want to swap, so you're doing web surfing or something and you want to swap, well, you have to lift up your mouse again and put it down and then work on it. That's something I don't really enjoy. I don't want to pick up my mouse and slow down what I'm trying to do. I want to just switch it on the fly. So I actually hate mouses that have buttons that you might need on the fly on the bottom of the mouse. It just makes no sense to me. So overall, those are some of the negative things. Basically the buttons on the side, the lack of on the G9X, and also the buttons on the bottom. I mean, other than that, I think it's a good mouse. I think it has very good options. But for me, the feel's not there. The grips, for me, don't work properly because, like I said before, the wider set is the one I want, but it has a smooth finish, which I don't want. It actually feels like it's always slipping on me, which I don't prefer. I do like the rough edging, kind of like the G500, but for now, when I'm testing, I will be using the rough edging with a smaller set mouse, or smaller set housing, or whatever you want to call it, and then also the triple buttons and the buttons on the bottom. But remember, guys, it's about feel and works best for you because they're almost basically virtually the same, other than the differences I already mentioned earlier. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe.